Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here. So, we're doing a series. We're in part 3 of Christianity versus Zoroastrianism. So, in the comments, we've been trying to look at the people's comments and do the best we can to find some kind of meeting place. But sometimes you just can't. And this is one of them. I tried, but I couldn't do it. So, in the comments, the guy called me a reprobate. Now, I hate being called something that I have to look up. You know, a lot of the insults and violence towards me said I was ugly. All right, I can't argue that. I'm not a chick magnet. They said my house was ugly. I disagree, but you have your own taste. But this guy called me a reprobate, and I had to look it up. Apparently, it comes, and I should have known this, from the Calvinist. It means someone that is damned. God actually made them to be damned. Now, I know that is not true because I come from good spirit. I'm made of good spirit, and I shall return to good spirit. But in their religion, that's what they believe. And, you know, I was talking about going to Bible college. One of them I went to was through Calvary, and it's a accredited course and everything, so you can become a minister. But before I could even get in there, I had to sign a thing that said that I agreed with them. That so their teaching is that God makes, there's the elect. So there's the elect and there's the reprobate. Basically, they said there's people that God made to be saved, and there's people God made to be damned to hell forever. And that just didn't sit right with me, but I wanted to go to Bible college. I wanted to be a preacher. And I remember I asked my mom, I said, what do I do? They won't let me in if I don't answer this right. And it was that you could not go in there if you did not answer it because they're Calvinist. And it was the best school there at the time. And so she said, well, do this. Right in there. This is why I'm coming to Bible school, because I want to learn. I want to know. And so I wrote that. They did not like that answer. And I was on their radar, and they were gunning for me ever since that, you know. And so I don't even know how to, there's nothing we can, what do I say to that? Do you really think, and maybe in your religion it makes sense, but in Zoroastrianism, our God is just good. He's the highest principle good, the most loving parent. And it said, you know, that before we even came into a body, we saw it with a God mind, and we chose to come, and God's applauding us and thinks we're a hero for transmuting the darkness to light and bringing our truth and our love and making the world better for the generations to come. And God himself told the evil spirit, you'll never separate my creation from me. They are me. I love them. I'm proud of them. My friends, all of our stories are good. But you read in their stories about a God that gets angry, jealous, hate war, kills men, women, and children, has sex slaves, has slaves at all. My friends, horrible, horrible stories. And they call that the highest principle of good. So it's not shocking to me that God would create people that had no choice in it. They were just created then to die and to suffer and to burn in eternity in pain and anguish and suffering. But hear me, that is not my God. I wouldn't even call that a God because it's not good. My friend, it doesn't even deserve the title of God because God means the highest principle of good. That is not good. Those gods, those books are not good enough for me. They're not moral enough for me. I am too holy. I am too pure, my friends, for your Bibles and your Qurans and your Jehovah's. My God. So there's nothing I can say to someone like that. My friends, they're lost in it. All we can do is present truth, that God is just good, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. He doesn't love and hate. He doesn't go to peace and war. He's the highest principle. He's not on a continuum. My friends, he's just good and holy, and I come from that, and I am that, and I shall return to that. And your curses and your words and your threats do not mean anything to me. They do not touch me. They do not touch my heart, my mind, my body. I live in that God good. And as you lash out, I feel sorry for you because you believe that. You believe that's your God. Those stories are your God. And I know you live in fear of it. And all I can do is I hope you find one day truth. I hope one day you find peace, and not just saying you have and saying you did. Everyone says that, oh, I found God. I found the truth. My friends, it will show in you and in your world and in your mind and in your life and in your family, in your home. You'll create heaven on earth here and now. You're not waiting to die to get it. You'll be living in your Asha right now when you find it. You'll be living in truth, in the perfect Creator's perfect idea, in his ideal existence, the real above all real, the all good God. God good I live in, and God good lives in me. We are one. And Asha is. Can't believe he called me a reprobate. I love you guys. Be blessed.